One of the 20-minute rotations is small group differentiated instruction. Here you'll review and extend the art book lesson you began in the whole group. For example, teaching cause and effect or main idea. In small group, however, you have the opportunity to tailor what you teach to each group depending on each student's needs.
All right, let's share out. Let's provide an answer. Why don't polar bears do well in zoos? Jonathan.
Polar bears don't do well in zoos because they like huge home ranges.
Very good, young man, very good.
The teacher's edition of the art book provides you with a daily small group instruction on the right-hand side of the page.
The main idea of the article fitting in is.
Also, there are suggestions for supporting students with fluency practice, English language development, or more foundational skill support as you learn more about each student's gaps.
One way that the data that's collected by Read 180 can be used by the classroom teacher is in the small group instruction rotations. So they can look at the information and say, well, these three students need a little more help on main idea, and they can spend that time almost one-on-one with these students, providing that special assistance that they might need.
In your teacher's bookshelf, you'll find the resources for differentiated instruction. These cover reading skills, writing and grammar, and strategies for English language learners.
If we take the suffix ment off, we have punish.
Small group differentiated instruction is also where your students will develop their writing skills.
Writing supports reading, and reading supports writing. You can't separate the two. You cannot take a non-reader and make that person into a writer.
The R Book's writing scaffolds help all your students master the key forms of writing: narrative, descriptive, expository, and persuasive, equipping them with sentence starters and the kind of academic language they'll be able to use in all their classes.
As students progress from early elementary schooling to the upper grades and secondary school and beyond, writing more and more becomes the vehicle by which we demonstrate our understandings of what we've read, of what we've heard.
In the R book, the students are given models, scaffolds, if you will, exactly the way a builder would use a scaffold to give himself safety and security and support as he's building a house, for example. The child is given a scaffold which gives him safety and security and support to support the writing process.
We actually have a web that's going to break down the parts of our paragraph for us. So in the center of the web, in the circle, that's our writing prompt, and it says, describe the best mentor you ever had. So with that, we're going to start, and I'd like you all to think about who the best mentor you ever had was, okay? And for example, Mrs. Jones is my mentor, so I would write Mrs. Jones on the line here.
Struggling readers have a difficult time in beginning sentences and ending sentences. They have a difficult time of using subject-verb agreement. It took me a while to get comfortable with the idea because I felt like I was giving the sentence away, but in doing so, the fear was taken away from them.
So what you would write probably is my neighborhood, Fontainebleau, has lots of immigrants that have changed my neighborhood in the following ways. And then the most important change, and then those are the details that you're going to add. Got it? Great.
The best thing about small group is that my teacher, Mr. Cook, brings back individuals and helps them with certain areas.
When you're in a small group, you can see how other people think, and you can express your feelings more about what the book is about.
In small group, that gives you one-on-one with your teacher to go into more details about whatever workshop or segment that you're focusing on at that point.